Good morning, guys. Happy Shady Friday. You're shaking. Happy Shady Friday bingo edition. So I got my wheel and I put in the extra numbers that I needed to. We're going to use the Blend Bunny Sugar and Grunge. They did redo this one with a little bit of a different name. Something Spite. I can't remember exactly what it is, but there's a whole story around that. Anyways, if you want to see me get into this palette and what shades I'm going to be tasked to use with the random number generator, then stick around because I'll be right back. I have to pick my son up soon. All right, so we got Sugar and Grunge. I still can't believe they had to discontinue this. I mean, they didn't have to, but they chose to just because, like, it would have cost a lot of money and legal fees and stuff like that to fight it, although they would have won in the end. But somebody copyrighted the word grunge. I don't know how you can do that, you know. Might as well come after the whole Seattle scene, right? For using the word grunge. I don't, whatever, it's beyond me. But anyways, it's a 24 pan palette. This is what she looks like. So pretty, so pretty. It's been a while, I think, since I've used this. Quite a while. All right, so random generator. We've got 1 through 24. Let me screen record. Whoops, I just turned on the flashlight. All right. And it's screen recording. So I'm going to pick 5 shades. Shade numero uno is, look at my trusty little scratch pad here because it helps me to remember. So we got number, 10. Shade number 2 is number 1. All right. Shade number 3, please give me a shimmer shade. 15. Nope, no shimmer shade yet because it's all in the bottom row. I need 19 through 24. 17. 19 through 24. Just one of those numbers, 19 through 24. Come on, please, please, please. 9. That means it's going to be an all matte look. Let me stop the screen record. Not that it's a bad thing. I'm not saying anything about all matte looks, but I like to have a little shimmer in my life. I really do. All right, shade number 1 is Skater Girl. She was a skater girl. She said, see you later. Something like that. I like that song. All right, so Skater Girl. There she is. Okay, number 10. There's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is this purple, which is Detention. All right, those go together, I think. All right, so we got 1, 10, 15, Teen Spirit, Nirvana, a Nirvana song. So 1, 10, 15, 15, 16, 17, Combat Boots. They were a thing when I was in school. And then 9 is Baggy Jeans. I need to get those little freaking magnet things that Fash uses. All right, so there's the color story. Let's swatch it on the back of my hand here. See if I can make the swatches look okay. Oh, no. Can I make this work? I don't know, guys. That's the color story right there. I mean, I'm sure I can. I'm just bummed there's no shimmer shade. Although I could use my highlighter. I could use my highlighter to go over it. All right, I'm going to go wash my hands and stuff and get into this look. I don't know, maybe I'll think about it. I might film one eye with you guys. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So anyways, hang tight, guys. I'll be back either way at some point. Alrighty, guys, I'm back. So I just washed my fingers off, but I kept the swatches on so I can kind of, I don't know, gauge what I'm going to do here a little bit by being able to look at the shades. All right, so the first one I'm going to go into is Skater Girl. I really don't know how I'm going to do this, you guys. I really don't, but we're going to try and make it work. And I'm going to tap that on the inner part of my eye right now because I just think that'll be the best spot for this shade. I think maybe the black I can use to deepen up the outer corner or just use it as a liner. Ay, 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 you guys. I don't know. Maybe the light blue can go on the lower lash line. I just don't know. I don't know. Even the first 3 shades that came out, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, was Detention, Skater Girl, and Teen Spirit. I guess I could have just gone with the 3. Sometimes the 5 is like, having 5 shades really helps out with putting a look together. And sometimes just 3 does. Sometimes just having the 3 shades, like it's just, I don't know. Sometimes just having 3 shades, I just don't feel like it's enough shades to put a look together. I don't know. Or the shades that you get need something else to complement them, to make it look better. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I guess I made it difficult for myself. But that's kind of the point of the palette bingo. You know what I'm saying? Is to get you out of your comfort zone and have you kind of figure things out and try new things. So I'm going to use this fluffy brush and blend it out. You know, like putting shades together you wouldn't normally put together. Using different combinations, like, which I just said. Anyways, I don't know. It just gets you out of your comfort zone a little bit and helps you kind of expand, you know, your looks a little bit, in my opinion. And it's fun because you don't know what you're going to get. You know what I mean? And then you got to kind of figure it out on the fly. There is a freaking hair right there and I can't get it. Got it. Yay. All right, so Skater Girl on the inner part. I'm going to do one eye with you guys. My son's going to call. I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to go pick him up with one eye done. That's going to be fun. All right, next shade. I think we'll go in with the purple, which is Detention. Pick that up. I'm really bummed I didn't get a shimmer because they have, gosh, some beautiful shimmers in this palette, you guys. And we'll tap that on the outer part here. Hopefully I can make this work. That's a pretty shade. I was scrolling TikTok for a minute this morning and I came across this video and this girl was like, F those people on Mount Everest. She's like, I know I sound cold, but... So, like, it got me to watch some other videos because I guess there's like, I don't know, not 200 people. There's a bunch of people stuck up on Mount Everest because they went to go climb and a blizzard came and so they all got stuck. And so now they need people to come rescue them. And I've seen the movie Everest and dude, that's insane. Like the height of that mountain is, it's crazy, dude. And like, there's people that climb it without oxygen. And there's like the last, I think it was like 800 and some feet. You have to like, you have to get up summit and get down. Like you have to be coming down by 2 p.m. because once it gets later in the day, that's when the weather changes and it starts to get dark and it's just a very dangerous climb. Well, what I did not know is on the low end, guys. On the low end. $40,000 to climb Mount Everest. On the high end, with a guide to take you, $100,000. $100,000 to climb Mount Everest. That's insane, guys. That's insane. I mean, it was a little insensitive, but I kind of understand where she's coming from. This is where the I can see both sides comes in when it comes to me. That's why I consider myself Switzerland, neutral ground. You know what I mean? Because people, if you make sense to me and I can understand your point of view, I will. And usually I can kind of understand where both people are coming from. So I understand why she's saying what she's saying. Because you made the choice to spend that money and go up there and risk your life, knowing that going up there, something can go wrong. You know what I mean? And I was watching this other video and they were talking about how many like bodies are up there. And there's like 200 because they can't get them down. You know what I mean? But watching the movie Everest was actually really heartbreaking. You know what I mean? Like, you climb up and you go to this base camp and you stay at the base camp. And then the next day, I believe that's how it works. You hike up to the base camp. You sleep at the base camp. And then the next day is when you get up early and start to climb. But then there's also like these crevices and stuff that they have to, like, no. In my humble opinion, I don't know what would possess you to want to do something like that. You know what I mean? It just seems, all right. So that was detention. Now let's go into teen spirit. What would possess you to want it to climb up there? You know what I mean? Like, I know people have like the need for, what's it called? Like an adrenaline junkie. And everybody's got different, what's the word? Like, I don't want to say a hobby or goals or ambitions in life. I'm not sure, you know, and just because I can't understand it doesn't mean it's not like valid. But isn't there less dangerous mountains that, I don't know. It's just not something I would do. I wouldn't want to spend that kind of money to know that I might never come back. You know what I mean? Like, of course you're not going to expect that, but you just don't know. And the fact that you don't know, and so many people have passed. And then this other video came up, and there was hikers up on the mountain, and they were coming down and they were filming, and there was somebody there, you guys, like somebody that was no longer with us, that had climbed back in May, and he's been up there ever since. And like, these people are literally just walking right by him because there's really nothing you can do. And that's just heartbreaking. Like, that would devastate me. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't, I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I'm just not that. Even at my younger years, when I had a little bit more braveness in me, like braveness to ride roller coasters that I never would have. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not very brave when it comes to stuff like that. I guess in other aspects, I'm brave, you know? But when it comes to like skydiving or rappelling, parachute, or what's that other thing? Why can't oh my gosh. Where you have the rope hooked to your ankles and you jump. What is that called? Why am I drawing a blank? Or parasailing. No, parasailing I could do. Parasailing I could do. I've done that before. That's not, I mean, I get a little scared before I do it, but once I do it, it's not so bad. And zip lining, I've done before, like in Vegas. But honestly, it probably depends on where the sky, or the, I'm getting tongue-tied. It depends on where the zip lining is. Like, I don't know if I could do it where it's like on top of a mountain over trees, and I just don't know if I could do it, you know. I'd probably scare myself out of it. I don't know how this is working out, you guys. Take a little bit more of that Teen Spirit. Tap it on there. But anyways, yeah. So kind of fell down a little bit of a Mount Everest rabbit hole. But $40,000, you guys, on the low end. That's insane. That's a lot of freaking money to spend to climb a mountain, man. I could think of a lot better things I'd want to spend my money on. But these people gotta be like rich people, you know what I'm saying? Like, who has $40,000 to climb a mountain? Not many people. And even if you weren't like rich, that would take years to save up to be able to do it. But like, maybe some of these people put it on their credit card. But like, if I was gonna do it, I would want to have a guide. You know what I mean? So I would never do it, because there's no way in hell I would ever spend $100,000 on that. But there's no way I would do it without having a guide. You know, there's no way I would do it by myself. Forget that shiz. No way. All right, so we've got Skater Girl, Detention, Teen Spirit. Now I need to use baggy jeans and combat boots. Baggy jeans is that light blue. I wonder if I put that... I don't know. I don't know what to do with that shade. All right, we're going to dip into the baggy jeans, and I'm just using this Singe brush right here. I wasn't telling you what brushes I was using. And I'm just going to, I don't know, tap it all over my lid here. And then I'm going to look absolutely crazy at work today. I'm going to have to put some highlighter over top of this, because I just don't think it's going to look right without a shimmer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't think it's going to look right without some sort of shimmerness on top of it. Well, at least my son didn't call just yet. He will be, though, soon, because he gets off at 5, and right now it's 4:35. And I'm not going to be nearly ready for work. But they said I didn't have to go in early today, because the person that I'm training should be... he should be good now, you know what I mean? Like, he was doing really good the first couple days of training. Like, there's going to be people there he can ask questions, you know, people that can help him until I get there. All right, so now let's just kind of blend all of this together. All right, now we're going to go into combat boots. And I'm going to tap that on the lash line here as a liner. All right, now I'm going to use this like little pencil brush and just kind of smudge this black on the lash line there. Kind of smudge it out a little bit. All right, and then I'm going to take my Farrah highlighter. I don't know if this is cheating, but I don't. It's not an eyeshadow. It's a highlighter. It's a highlighter. And I'm going to use my Singe brush, and I'm just going to tap it on top here. I might have to use my finger, because I don't think that's... I think I just messed up, but I can fix that. I got the shimmer where it wasn't supposed to go. Use my finger and just tap it right here. Oh, that makes it look much better, guys. That makes it look much better. And I feel like it tames it down a little bit too. All right, so we got that. Now let me get this other singe brush and we're gonna go back into Teen Spirit and deepen this up a little bit. Kind of clean up where I got some of that shimmer out there. And this is the basic look right here. I mean, I guess it doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna have to clean it up just a little bit and get my base on. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my look, and hopefully I can get everything mostly done before I have to go pick up my son. And I will be back to show you the final look before I leave for work. So don't go anywhere. Alrighty guys, I'm back and the look is done. I picked my son up and I'm gonna have a lot of time to kill before I actually have to leave to get to work. All right, hopefully the hair is looking all right, but let's go. Okay, so there's the shades. So we've got this pinky peach shade right here is in the front right there. And then I used this purple shade. So, and the pink one is Skater Girl. The purple is Detention. And I've got that right there. And then I went into this shade right here, which is Teen Spirit. And I've got that on the outer V. So there's that. And then on the lid, we've got this blue right here. I just put it all over the lid. And then I took the highlighter, Farrah highlighter, and I tapped that on top of it. And then the combat boots, the black shade, I just used as a liner and I kind of smudged it out a little bit. I did put the Teen Spirit and baggy jeans. So Skater Girl, Detention, baggy jeans, combat boots, and Teen Spirit are the shades I have on my eyes. I took a little bit of the Skater Girl and put it on the inner corner as well, and then tapped the highlighter on top of it. I don't think it came out too bad, actually, you guys. Putting that highlighter on, I think really, in my opinion, I think it brought it together better. You know what I'm saying? Because I just think I don't know, maybe the way that I was putting the mattes together wasn't really like cohesive to make it look okay without putting a shimmer on, if that makes any sense. You know, maybe I could move them around a little bit. I don't know. How would you guys have put the shades on? I also put the highlighter on my brow bone there. I don't think it looks too bad, really. I think it looks pretty good, actually. This side looks a little bit different. Why is that? Hold on, let me where's my highlighter brush? I don't know why it looks different on this side than it does this side, but anyways, I'll be back. Alrighty guys, so that's my friend that calls me every morning and we chit chat while she's on her drive to work. But anyways, this is the look. Let me know, what do you think down in the comments? If you're new to the channel and you enjoy this kind of stuff as well as a lot of other things, I hope you will join the family. Just go down below, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to turn the notification bell up to all. Give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. If you have a hype available for the week and you would like to use it on me, I would really appreciate it. It would mean a lot. This is a playlist, so I would highly recommend also going into the description box, click on the playlist link, hit play all, and check out what the other ladies did this week. So with that being said, I hope you have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. Take care, stay safe, and I hope I see you all in my next video. Bye.